the media. I want to thank you if you're tuning in. I was on last hour. Make sure you check me out every morning at 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. So if you haven't heard, good news, Ron Paul has won Louisiana. Looks like we took Massachusetts, Minnesota, Iowa, and Alaska. And then the last hour we did play a clip where the Wyoming senator came to Washington and said he was supporting Mitt Romney and got booed by the Ron Paul supporters. That's great. So you guys check out that video. I'll see if I can put it up later. And let's see, what else is going on? We talked about Mitt Romney going to Liberty University, and CNN's talking about how that could be a problem. So you guys check that out on my YouTube, Paco757. And some other headlines that we wanted to get to. Now, this just came out on RonPaul2012.com. Ron Paul and Rand Paul are holding a major Tea Party rally. They're coming back to Austin on May 6th. I think that's next Sunday. Ron Paul and his son Rand. Let's see here. They are going to appear with Ted Cruz, and that's going to be May 6th at 2 p.m., and it's going to be a Tea Party rally sponsored by the Tea Party Express at the Texas State Capitol, South Steps, 1100 Congress Avenue, Austin, Texas, 78701. So hopefully it'll be, just the original Tea Party rally, not the hijacked fake Tea Party, GOP Tea Party. Okay, I said it in my rap. We threw a Tea Party, the GOP came and crashed it, trying to take what we started. Okay, so let's see what else is going on in Ron Paul news. Don't forget, Ron Paul is going to UC Davis Town Hall, 7 p.m. May 3rd in California. That's at the West Memorial Union Quadrangle. And he's coming to San Diego May 4th. That's Friday at 7 p.m. University of California Warren Mall on the north side of the Warren Lecture Hall. All right, so great news. Ron Paul is still on tour. He's still doing his thing. We still got to be donating. If you haven't, make sure you do that. And it looks like we also took over the Alaska Republican Party. We got Ron Paul supporters in there. We kicked Rudrich out. So I know he's not too happy about that, but that's what we got to do. We just got to start, kicking everybody out. Get them all out of town. So let's see what else is going on here. Coming up later in the show, we're going to talk about, we got a clip here from Fox. I think it was from Fox. Movie theaters are going to start having cameras now. So, prepare for that being watched while you're in the movie theater. They're watching everything. They're everywhere. Let's see what else I might have come up. I got some new clips that I'm going to be putting up. CNN says the U.S. government has agreed 10 more years in Afghanistan. You could get up to 10 years in prison for protesting the government. So, yeah, that's pretty crazy. We're going to talk about that. Let's see, what else? Fox News says the war on terror is over. I think it's from a State Department official. And if you haven't heard, Iran is attempting to clone our spy drone. They're working on cloning that. So with Russia and China's help, who knows? They might have that done here soon. But we're going to keep it moving. Let's see if there's any other Ron Paul news going on. I was telling people I wanted to talk about this tabling event. I want to let people know. And that's what I'm going to get into right now before we head to the break. If you haven't already, if you're not active and out in the streets for Ron Paul, you need to be. We need to be doing more tabling events, more people out there, waving signs, registering people to be Republican, just getting people involved. But I'm here to say, man, if you don't think so, or if you just haven't seen it for yourself, I'm letting you know that it is very, very sad in America where we have so many people that are lost, confused, so many Obama supporters still. I mean, it's good when I go out and do these tabling events and they come up and they say, oh, we like Ron Paul. Yeah, I love Ron Paul. We'll get a few of those. We will, and I know it's because his name is out there like that. And it's a beautiful thing. What was it? This weekend we were setting up the table for Ron Paul, and we didn't even finish setting up the table, and we already had a Ron Paul supporter, Asian girl, come over It's like, yeah, I love Ron Paul and this and that. And I was like, great, that's awesome. But, you know, the majority of the day, majority of the people are just either ignoring us, laughing about Ron Paul, laughing about Republicans in general. Very few that say they're going to support Mitt Romney. They're out there. The Romney, I ain't going to call them Romney bots, but GOP bots, let's call them that. They're out there. They do what the GOP tells them. So there's a few of them walking by. And then the majority, you got a lot of the liberals or progressives, people that still saying Obama. And let me tell you this. Let me tell you how ignorant some of the American people are. We had a guy that walked by, pointed at my friend. My friend happens to be African American, and he's running on the Central Committee to be nominated. He is a Republican, and he is a Ron Paul supporter, big-time Ron Paul supporter, had a Ron Paul shirt, holding Ron Paul sign and all that. And this guy, mind you, he's a white guy, just tan, whatever, walks by and points at him and says he's a traitor because he's voting Republican. I want you to think about that. I mean, it's so amazing how racist that sounds. So he's a traitor to who? To America? To black people? To what is he a traitor to? Because he's voting Republican. And this is what we're dealing with, man. This is what I'm talking about. It's every time these people walk by, when I hear certain things out of their mouth, it sounds like I'm listening to Bill O'Reilly or Megyn Kelly or Wolf Blitzer. They say the same phrases that the media says. They tell them the same thing. They tell us the same thing. They're just repeating what they hear. And this is what I mean. The masses are controlled by the media, whether they believe it or not. Even if they only watch CNN once a week or barely see it or barely watch MSNBC, whatever. The news that they do catch, the news that they do maybe follow or stay tuned into somewhat, is the mainstream media. People that don't follow politics and the media and the news, they're not on the internet. You know, they're on the internet, you know, downloading music and you know, whatever, talking about reality TV shows, sports, all that stuff that doesn't matter. And people like that, they only get their news from newspapers and the news on the mainstream media. So that's what I'm trying to tell people is why we have to occupy the media. And the movement is doing a good job at becoming the media. We got so many new websites, grassroots websites, web blogs, you know, radio, everything. You know, we got so many people that are getting involved, but we need even more because what we're working against is very big. And I'm here to tell you, as someone who's been out there doing a lot of tabling events and waving signs for Ron Paul and phone from home, all types of things. And this is why we have to occupy the media. This is why I tell everyone, you know, they're the ones protecting everyone. We have to go to the studios. We got to go where they record, where they have the cameras at. We got to occupy the TV because this is what we're going against. All the people walking by, all the people laughing about Ron Paul, laughing about Republicans, still claiming Obama, some walking by proud too. I mean, what are you proud of? I mean, some of them keep quiet because they know they can't brag about nothing about Obama. But the other ones, it's like, what are you bragging about? What are you hype of? This isn't a football game, man. It's amazing. Democrats, man, they're brainwashed just like Republicans. And so what are we going against? We're going against the media. We're going against the establishment. And so that needs to be public enemy number one. Occupy the media. It is amazing how many people just do what they're told. Listen to whatever comes out of the TV screen. Listen to whatever it is that's on the newspaper. And wonder why they don't know anything. Wonder why nothing's getting better. Wonder why we always have an election and the candidates always break their promises. You wonder why all this stuff keeps happening because you keep letting them lie to us and you guys don't do nothing about it. You just sit there, listen, and take it. Anyways, we're heading to a break. I'm Paco, your host. You're listening to Occupy the Media. We'll be back.
We were brought up loving our country. That in the United States of America, we were free. And that's an attitude that we've tried to instill in our children. I met my wife in the Air Force. I was a combat pilot in Vietnam. I served in Desert Storm as a commander. When I graduated from the academy, I took the oath of office. And as a commander, I administered that oath to many people. Now I wonder about the understanding people have of our Constitution, and I think about our candidates for President of the United States. It's interesting to see the support Ron Paul gets